And there we go. How are you guys doing? Just gonna restart this track here. Like, I've been enjoying these new tracks I've found. Thankfully, they're like copyright free. I need to add more of them. But I found like a really sort of like groovy Asian one. It's kind of cool actually. Quite like it. So how are you guys doing today? God damn, I'm getting like tongue tied already. How are you guys doing? So we've got Rez, Dude What, JV, Abaddon, Justin, Anno, and Austin. How you doing, my friends? I need to get out of this tongue tiedness. Terrible for it. I don't know if you guys have ever had this where you have like spicy food and then suddenly you like you feel like you can't talk. How you doing there, everyone? Hello there, Mr. AMMW. The name that I have to pronounce syllable by syllable. I've got our tactical ice cream here ready. Thank you for joining us there, John. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, we'll give this a little bit of time, let people get into the actual stream here, and then we'll be able to go over things and take a look at this actual new replay. Well, next turn, I suppose you could call it. Now, I think as far as we're going here, I think things are going well enough. I mean, we've made our progress in Malaya. We've really increased the speed at which we're going to be moving down towards Singapore, which is fantastic. We may be able to keep it with the historical date if we are lucky. I'd love to do that. I don't know if we'll be able to aim for the historical date for the fall of Singapore, but if we could try to achieve that, would be great. Hello there, David. Welcome, my friend. Jesus Christ, I wish I could have some ice cream right now. I'm not even kidding. I really do like honeycomb, actually. I do quite like honeycomb. Honeycomb and coconut, really. They're good. They've got my seal of approval. Right then. Hello there, Keith. How you doing there, my friend? So, hello there, Sniper. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual turn name then, shall we? Oh, he's gone for the war continues. Yeah, I got some new music in there. About 4 new tracks at the moment. I do need to add some more. Ah, here we go. This would be one of the other Oriental ones. Yeah, I need to find more of those, actually. Okay. So I was talking to DHG the other day, and he says he could do with actually coming up with some better term names. And it's like, yeah, he really does. Yep. The war continues. And that's good, my dude. I'm glad it's the weekend, indeed. Ah, there we go. Just had a bit of a drink. Should get rid of the tongue-tiedness. Okay, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and take a look at this then. School's out for summer, right? That's pretty awesome. I'm hoping that our submarines will actually catch those ships moving from Fiji, actually. To be honest, I think we've got to some at this point where he's probably reinforced Fiji, but we'll take it one island at a time, and at least for New Caledonia we do have a solid plan that does have a, well, has a good chance of working. Finally getting control of that island there between the Philippines and Formosa. That's good to know. I still need to move some men from that island of Bataan. Indeed, full screen mode activated. Okay, so the amphibious unloading over there like a guy, and that should have ended this turn anyhow. Well, I've told them to end it. Then is that Dutch submarine that has been hit hard. Okay, okay, with me. Woosah. Every goddamn time we find a big, juicy troop transport, we miss. Oh, fuck, the Jedi are gonna feel that one. Okay, that's getting rid of the tongue-tiedness. I'm feeling the rage. The rage is building here. The raging cage. Okay. Right, we are going to find the Empress Australia, and we're going to put her down. We are able to see that there's a number of ships over here. I don't know, we might get lucky, but at least it's paying off patrolling this area. Every time. Every goddamn time. But I do see Allied submarine there, merging out here. When we invade the UK. You say that as if we've not already done that. God, that really hurts me to see that we missed that ship. That would have been a beautiful target. But there's still yet time. Still yet time. Okay, we are trying to get those ships out from Tarawa. I mean, it's possible that we might lose some... I do believe they're heading out at cruise speed as well. I think it's obviously due to these larger passenger ships. I mean, they are made for maneuverability. Well, they're made for speed, aren't they? They're made and designed to be quite maneuverable, to be quite speedy. So it's understandable. They're not just bulk lifters, really. Just makes it even more juicy when we do hit one. Hello there, Kasa. How you doing there, my friend? Right, there's still ships over by Suva. That's rather intriguing. Supposedly ships there, 2 allied ships, 9 allied ships supposedly, 2 allied ships. Ooh, supposedly hit there. Allied medium bombers at 120, 150 near Luganville. Did I just materialize zeros? Okay, I mean, unless that is like the 18 Zero Squadron as well, it's gonna be something. Okay. I just find that really strange. Very strange. A hood in the hood indeed. Okay, I was hoping for more submarine success this turn. Not too much here, Pirate Joe. Things are actually going by pretty quickly here. Okay, the Noumea is actually coming out here. Of course, there would be some H-81s, wouldn't there? Ooh, that was painful. That was painful. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about where these 60 zeros came from. Yeah, okay, so we do lose 4 of our Noumeyas over here, 3 of them damaged. We do inflict some casualties, but okay, we have to accept the fact that there's a enemy fighter group over there now, at least over the target. Okay, the bomber's going in. Yep, and we're hitting this unit on the ground. At least we get an idea of what it potentially is as well, which is very important. Oh, right, okay, so it's a base force then. That's not too bad. I'm thinking maybe it was the 18 zeros as well, perhaps? But I'm not entirely sure, because obviously if that being sweep mission, we'll figure that one out as we go on. It might be just the game not showing it up correctly. Okay, 2 lost there. Okay, 1 loss, that's not too bad. Okay, we'll have a combat air patrol next turn. Yeah, it's trying to hit the refinery. No damage that turn there. Yeah, so we'll have a squadron of Ki-27s arrive this turn over Bangkok, so that's very good news. So there, Roach. We managed to miss another gigantic Australian, well, another gigantic troop transport, unfortunately. We have also found a H-81 over here, which has been causing some issues to the Noumeyas. But the bombers are getting through. We've taken a few losses there, but they're doing their job. Other than that, not a huge amount of things going on this turn, actually. Something's just sank down. Right, we do see ships near New Caledonia, which I find rather intriguing. We're definitely going to have to check out what those are. Indeed, how dare they bomb Bangkok. We might get a go with the actual submarines there. Did that say a hit? I didn't actually get to read that one there. We'll have to double check anyhow. Allied torpedo bomber at 120, 150 near Luganville. That is worrying me. Yeah, the Empress Australia. Unfortunately, we fired 2 torpedoes and missed. Yeah, missed, unfortunately. I'm a little bit worried about the reference there to Allied torpedo bombers near Luganville. It might be perhaps like PPYs. But at least we'll get to see that one shortly. Okay, actually, fairly short turn this time around. At least we've seen plenty of Allied activity, so we have kind of an idea of where to check. Oh yeah, okay. So I could have just stuck with the actual naval guard on that one, but it was better to be sure, really. Speed that up. Yep, they surrendered. Yeah. Okay, so there's barely any men here. Annoyingly enough, though, it has slowed our forces advancing. Hopefully they can continue onwards. Japanese bombardment attack at Mersing continually... we need to try to continuously slow this force down if we can do. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on those numbers. I mean, this is going to cost us casualties, but it's going to be worthwhile. Allied bombardment attack at Cagayan. Yeah, once my forces are rested and ready, we'll begin to go ahead with the deliberate attacks. It's only this force over here that's really going to present much of a threat. But we should be able to manage it. We do have supplies to deal with them. Should have air support as well coming in the form of the KI-48. 18 casualties. 2 disabled, so we can recover from that. Hong Kong expands her airfields, okay. Yeah, it looks like it was just a tiny base force, only about 50 or so men. But then again, we weren't to know about due to the fact we didn't have reconnaissance. So, I suppose we could have left the infantry regiment on the rail lines, but I thought it... Well, I suppose it's better to be sure than sorry, really. We do have other forces moving down to Malacca. Ideally, other forces have moved down to Malacca via the other railroad. Hopefully, others from that battle will continue to move on. We'll see what happens. It's delayed us by about 2 days, unfortunately. I was very much hoping that we could actually be down there much sooner. But we still have a good solid chance of actually catching those forces out in Mersing. I just haven't got quite the speed of advance I wanted to. Okay, lots of settlements out there I'm going to have to garrison. And there we go, 77 from Sentai. Yeah, we got the raid in. Good up transports there, not be too long until we actually gain the paratroopers as well. Yep. SLF arriving. Yep. A big influx of forces over here, big influx. Another base force as well, very nice. Okay, so first case is going to be taking a look at Luganville. Okay, cruiser mine layer, supposedly. What am I seeing off the coastline here? Patrol boats here, then. Okay. The Oilers have made excellent... wow, okay, they've made excellent progress here. They're undetected as well, which is fantastic. Okay, that's brilliant. No attack on Kuantan. We have units there, we just need to actually get infantry there. We did have a fast transport to move back to Cotabaru, so we need to just pick up some actual infantry. Yep, his men are still trying to pull out, but the good news is they're not attacking us. Even though we are taking casualties, at least we're able to move up. That's irritating, it's slowed my forces down here another turn. That's really... Oh wow, okay. Just give them all objectives, that must have taken them off. I imagine due to them being involved in a battle there. God damn it, okay. Order all units to march this objective. At least they're still on the rail lines, that's the most important thing here. They're still on the rail lines, they can still move. But it is holding up a lot of firepower here. I mean, technically it's only 489 AV. Right, we do have forces moving down the rail lines. Yeah. So we'll have, yeah, okay. I mean, this isn't exactly much in the way of, like, actual firepower. The good news is we don't particularly need to worry so much about the Allies' counterattack because they're not going to be performing their counterattack. So our forces are making their way down. I mean, these men will arrive at Malacca more than likely next turn. These men are going to have to march their way down. But they only have to march... I mean, this is it. I could have them march up here to Temela, but then again, it's probably... I mean, let's take a look, actually. Let's take a look at the actual train. Yeah, jungles. We'll take a look at the distance here, then. Let's take a look at this distance. So that's 46 miles. And I can imagine Kuala Lumpur is going to be at least double that. Yeah, 92. Okay, the terrain is much the same here, so we're going to march on towards Timala, and then we'll be able to hitch back on there. Okay. The 91st Naval Guard are going to do the same as well. It's a good unit as well. I'd like to have them taken out of Malaya when they're able to do so. Yeah, it's because I've not got any infantry here, really annoyingly. Let's see, the fast transport's over here. Load troops. Right, is the 16th Naval Guard here. I might just have them flown in, to be honest. I do have... Yeah, see, this is it. It's the 124th. I wanted them to pick up the actual infantry, but they didn't. Okay. Right. Verify and go. So once you're loaded, you'll head over there to Kuantan. That's fine. I mean, Kuantan's not exactly vital. I don't know what the base is like. You'd think it'd just fall to our control, really, considering that we have control of the rest of Malaya. But oh well. His forces still look like they're solid here. It looks like he's moved some bombers out of here as well. Yeah, 5 to 63. Some aircraft over here to Medan. He still has 32 32 fighters over there. Okay, I've lost sight of the actual transports over here. I mean, this is it. I don't know if they were heading in to Java or out of Java. And that's what I don't know about. But what I might do then is have this submarine continue to patrol here, and then we'll have you patrol on this side here. Hello there, Alex. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. I mean, we've got some different names here. Sorry, guys, I didn't get to announce your rival here. Pirate Joe. Sasha. How you guys doing? It does have a pretty big airfield, but it has been damaged fairly badly in the last few turns. Well, not the last few turns, but some turns ago, really. Indeed, we must remove all the British flags in Malaya. Okay. Now, this is intriguing. That is intriguing. It's moving east. It could be moving directly on to Noumea. Will you start bombing the airfield at Singapore again to put some pressure on his air force? I'm not going to do that. Not at Singapore. Well, to be fair, the reason would probably be due to the fact that I'd like to take control of that airfield. But then again, maybe. It might be worthwhile to do that. But then again, it's one of these where I'll be shaking up a hive. There's a lot of guns over Singapore, so I think we'll see what happens as the days go on. He may move his aircraft out of there. We'll have to see. Okay. I just want to try and look after my bombers for the most part. Okay, so Kitabutai is here. They have been detected once again. He's obviously going to know that the jig is up and, well, we're heading to Australia, so that's without a doubt. I am seeing quite a few ships over this way. Right, okay, now there's 2 AVs over here. That's quite an impressive little asset to have here. Yep, and our forces are spotted. I'm definitely going to say this is like a patrol boat over here now that's in operation. Must be something of that nature. And let's take a look at the actual range here from Suva to Luganville. That's 17 hexes. Yeah. I mean, of course, it would make sense that it would be a torpedo bomber that we spotted as well. That would obviously indicate the presence of PBY, as obviously they do carry torpedoes. So, intriguing. Okay. That's a very romantic way to put it there, John, but yeah, probably not far off. Okay, too much supply has been unloaded here. So there's going to be some wastage, but we are going to be loading back up. Right, you're ready to go now. That's good. It's because of them unloading. Don't bloody unload. That's irritated. So obviously I separated them into another task force, but they've started to load because I didn't check that one. Okay, irritating, but not the end of the world. Okay, loading has been completed over here. Yeah, we have near 8,000 men aboard there. Some supply as well, which is good news. So 2,000 tons of supply, that's good. Okay, so that, yeah, what we're going to have to do here then is get these forces moving out ASAP. So what do I have remaining behind? 61st Naval Guards, Engineers, Beggs Force, and of course the Infantry Regiment over here, but I'm going to need their guns, aren't I? Okay. Now the Saigon Maru, Maneuver 26, AA 66, let's take a look over here then. I do have you, you're capable of 17 knots. Maneuver is better, not by much, and your AA is definitely better. Okay. We have the armoured vehicles on their way as well. They're not going to be long. Yeah, they're carrying supply. There's fuel aboard here with, yeah, with the oiler. Importantly as well, additional destroyers. Now, let's take a look at the range here. Yeah. Fuel's getting a little bit low here, but thankfully we're not far from the oilers. I think what we're going to do here is have the oilers actually head down here, which could be potentially dangerous, but we do have a pretty decent escort force here. It is quite good. I'm going to need that fuel. Yeah. That is more than enough fuel to get, well, yeah, I'd imagine more than enough fuel to get Kido Butai to fully fueled status. I do wonder what this is. He's definitely trying to make some effort to mine the area. The thing is, we may not have to even bother dealing with this as such. The only issue is I don't want to end up running into them. I'm going to put them on low threat threshold. Let's take a look if their route was changed to safer. I mean, this is it. We are going to be literally one hex away from them, aren't we? Yeah. And I'm somewhat tempted to bring Kido Butai back over there. But then again, if we do that, we lose any sort of surprise that we have here. And I don't know if we really have much in the way of surprise. To be honest, it's one of these, isn't it? If I head north this way, what we could potentially do then... But then again, I'm reacting to what? Like a cruiser mine layer. And then what? Two other ships? It might be like... Yeah, it might be like 2 patrol craft. Play Vicky 2. I like that. Welcome there, Bimler. What is the threat tolerance of the Kido Butai support fleet, i.e. the oilers? They're on low. Indeed, okay. Right, so what we're going to do here then is change their destination. So I'm going to have their patrol pattern set to their maximum extent, which is over here. Now then. We're not yet within range. But let's just make sure, let's just check this then. Okay, so we'd be about there. So out of support range of Kido Butai. I mean, that's where they could be potentially supported. Yeah, that's annoying, really. But I suppose in some ways that's both good and bad. Obviously, it's bad that he's seen them, but I mean, I can't change that. It would track... yeah. I'm not doing too bad there, my friend Bimler. I do hope you're well. I mean, this is it. I mean, unfortunately, we did run into some transports down here, but then again, it meant that we did sink something, so again, it's giving Kido Butai more value. Not terribly much, though, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a pretty solid feeling that he's going to be running PBY raids over here now. The good news is we do have our... Well, the actual airfield is not far away now. It's not far. I should have... Yeah, the naval construction unit has arrived. So that's an additional 34 engineers and 3 engineer vehicles. I mean, each one of these is worth 4 engineers, so that's a lot more engineers there. Yeah, so that brings us up to 72 engineers and 3 engineering vehicles. So that really speeds up the rate at which we are going to be working on this airfield now. So that is awesome. Really, really good. What did we have beforehand? Was it something like 46% progress? Something of that nature. So this is solid performance. Really happy about that. Okay. Right. What is it like durability-wise? So 14 here. 21 durability. Actually, you are tougher. It's not a massive difference, but it is a difference. No, the real Japanese military campaign of the Dutch East Indies was bomb the airfields to get air superiority. We're not ignoring the bombing of Bangkok. I've got a new squadron over here now. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, they'll be ready by tomorrow. But what we are going to do then is obviously run some combat air patrol. See you later, Van Bimler. Okay. Okay, I'll move the 11th Sentai over there. Make sure they've got the range. Right, I'll move the 11th Sentai to Bangkok for the time being then. So we can have both air groups ideally able to fly tomorrow. Okay. I'll run 80% combat air patrol. Well, to be fair, we'll go with 70-30 for both. One can fly at 20,000 feet. We'll have the other one fly about 15,000. But then again, I think they were flying in a low altitude. So let's go ahead and take a look at the altitude they were at. Yeah, Empress Australia. 57108. Quite a short turn, actually. Quite a short turn. We have had new forces arrive there, which is fantastic. Right, here we go. Okay, so they're coming in extremely low. What I'll do then is I'll have them at 10,000 feet. Take a look at the actual aircraft. Yeah, 10,000 feet below, they're really quite maneuverable. We'll have them at about 9,000 feet then. There we go, so we'll have 41 maneuverability. Hopefully we'll be able to drown the skies out with Ki-27s. Which sounds a lot better than it really is. Okay, so Singapore Express will arrive back at Cam Bay tomorrow. That's good news. So once they do arrive back, we can begin to actually have them made ready. Okay. Has the 4th arrived down here yet? Not yet. Additional forces are making their way here for the roster. There we go. There's 4th Division. Okay, so 4th Division will arrive tomorrow at Naga. Okay. I'm going to begin to have them plan for Balikpapan. There we go. Yep. I'm going to have these engineers moved up to Manila. Though in fairness, We'll have them moved up to Clark. I'll begin to... I don't know, depends really. I think the airfield at Clark was taken intact. But we'll take a quick look at that one and just verify that. Yeah, it was taken intact, fantastic. There's a lot of supply here. Right, turn that supply down, we don't need a huge amount here. There's no supply limit, which is good news. But I don't want to have like all the supply just forced over here. It is going to be very handy though, it's going to mean our forces will recover very, very quickly. 14th Army has arrived here. Yeah, K-27 was a crap plane. Yeah, pretty much. Oh dear. Okay, so you're on target. 16th Division's rest in here. Give them some time. Replacements are delayed. Replacements are likely delayed 1 day. Right, no option. Let's see here. So if I have upgrades allowed, not seen anything, so that's fine. Yep, it's going to come down to the engineers. Okay, they've arrived. We'll have them put into combat. Okay. I'm going to begin to fortify the actual base here. The reason being I need to fortify Clark, Manila, and Bataan anyhow. So we'll begin with Clark. May as well put all my assets into Clark rather than spreading them out. I need a garrison unit here. But again, I suppose we could have these engineers begin to repair here. Obviously I've not set it up to be repaired, but it would be handy. I'm going to need forces to garrison these islands, not these bases really. Oh well. Second Formoson's ready to be loaded. Right, there we go. First Sasebo SLF. I think they are as just they are. Okay. See you later there, John. Have a good one, my friend. It's not a massive unit. It could probably do well enough down here, so we'll have it sent to Naga. Okay. Right. Have them loaded up. Okay, I think... Now, I was talking about having the men from Pescadores shipped out elsewhere, but let's just take a quick look at them first. So it might be 2 days here to have them combined and then like that, so they're all as one. Yeah, there's the 48th Field Artillery Regiment here as well. That needs to be loaded. Yeah, San Fernando, Pescadores. It is very maneuverable. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is I'm going to unload these men. So I can imagine the men are going to be rather irritated by that, but I'm going to have them unloaded. The reason why is I'm going to have this unit loaded up. It's not going to take us too much longer to actually get them loaded up. So, I'm not going to have them... Well, then again, I'm going to have them in combat mode to have them placed together. I can load it all up anyhow, so that's fine. Right, just take the troops, verified load, and there we go. Now, we do have a size 1 port over here. They might take about a day to 2 days, probably 2 days at the most to load up. Yeah, the issues in China we're facing off against the HH-1s and they're quite dangerous, as we found out. Yeah, fatigue's quite bad on some units. Damage as well isn't particularly beautiful. They're going to take some time to recover. But either way, this will force them out of the city of Loyang. Other plans are in place. Right, I'm seeing enemies moving over here. Now that's intriguing. Now, this is why I'm keeping men over here. I don't trust him. I think he is going to try and make a push here. 51,000 men are retreating here. Okay. I do see a Chinese force here, actually. The reinforcements have arrived. Our men are still making their move over there to Kanshan. They'll arrive for definite next turn. Okay, we're attempting to chase down those Chinese forces retreating. Actually, they're not moving, so that's good. Yeah, he's just basically using them to buy time. We should be there potentially even tomorrow. Okay, this ship has arrived. That's what I need. Okay. There's no garrison requirement here, which is good news. $20 at Pakoi. I'll have the Sassy Bow taken over there. None to add here, okay. Okay, what you're going to do then is take these troops from Hainan to Pakoi. Then you'll head back over here. We'll take the rest of them. Though, to be fair, I do have transports over here. They're actually loaded with supply. No, they're not. Okay, I thought they were loaded with supply then. Yeah, no, I was a little bit worried there. Okay, they're going to be sent over here to Samar. Unfortunately, I can't split that unit up. If only I could. Right, Thai forces should be making their way up here shortly. I'd imagine by tomorrow. Now, the Imperial Guard Division. Yeah, they're going to begin moving now. That's good news. So tomorrow the Imperial Guard Division is going to be moving. There we go. The RTA are moving. The 18th Division and 5th Division are moving out as well. That's good. Yeah, so everything is going to be arriving down here at Malacca by tomorrow. So it's unfortunate I've been bloody delayed. Really irritated that I've been delayed by about 50 men. But I suppose this is it, isn't it? If it works for us, well, if it works for him, it'll work for us in the future. You should try and kill as many Chinese as you can in the base in the north, because the terrain after the base is much worse for you. Yeah, that's absolutely true. We need to rest the Benbow, that's the only issue. I can imagine he's suffering pretty harshly there. You should check if there's any resources at Haiphong, move them to Samar. Yeah, that's true, actually. There's no industry over here, but then again, I could always have the, yeah, I could potentially have the resources shifted over here to Hong Kong. There's 9,200 tons of supply, well, resources here, so we'll have them load the resources then, actually. There we go. So, in fact... yeah. There is a decent amount of fuel here, but no resources. Right, okay. I'm going to take the faster ships over here. They're going to head on to Samar. These guys are going to load resources and then head on to Hong Kong. At least we can use those resources to produce supply there. And obviously the heavy industry points. Right, you don't load. We notice there's not been an attack on our convoy route, so that's very good. Okay. massive amounts of convoy ships over here, actually. And with additional destroyers and destroyer minesweepers. Yeah, that's true there, David. He will try and escape if you can attack again. Some might have left, and you might fight a smaller force. And you might catch them on move mode. We could, but I mean, this is it. The issue really is our men are really kind of battered. I mean, we can go over that one and try and make a decision on it. I'm just not overly keen to just see more men well defeated. I mean, the way to look at it really is, it would have been fantastic had we been able to trap them there, but I've not been able to do that. Unfortunately, yeah, this force, yeah, 74,000 men here. There's 107,000 men here. And I could maybe go for a deliberate attack. Some units like the 14th are just shattered for the most part. Yeah, you see the assault value is reduced here. Oh dear. Okay, these guys are all ready to go. Now, I mean, I could wait for the division here. I think I'll wait for the for Kanshan to fall, and then obviously I'll have a full division to march north. I could march north now, but then again, I could just march north now, couldn't I? There's no real reason as to not. To be another place complaining about the lack of garrison, but I can't afford to garrison everywhere at the moment. Okay, so we're going to begin marching to Changsha. Well, to the south of Changsha. Set all to follow. Well, Henyang is our target. I'm going to try and bottle him up there. If I can bottle him up, and by that I mean basically prevent him from moving troops to where he's been attacked at Changsha. And this is going to take some time to break down. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. This is why he's blocking these roads. He's not going to allow me to flank him. But then again, this is where the weakness is going to be here. Yeah, that's true. To a degree, anyway. How are the men doing here? I mean, the question is, I might give them another day here to rest. I think what I'm going to do then is, while they are here, is have their objective set to Cagayan. Otherwise, there's no point. Right, set them all here to Cagayan. Or Cagayan. Right, they'll be pulling out shortly. Planish at sea. Cancel the unload. There we go. Yeah, how much supply do they have available here? Yeah, that's plenty of supply to keep them going for a long time, actually. For a fair while, I'd say. Another element of the 81st is over here. Increase in a nice pace. Obviously it could be faster, but it will increase over time. Yep, additional engineers on their way over to truck. I need those to really expand the size of the port here. That's going to take some time to expand. So obviously the more engineers I can get here, the better. Like at the moment I've only got 46, so obviously additional engineers are going to be more than welcome. I'm going to need additional supply down here in the future. We did bring in about a decent influx not too long ago, but I'm going to need another influx in the mid-term, really. Short-term, really. Okay. Now, it's going to be around about this time, I think the Australians will probably have some aircraft. They'll have some fighters around for sort of time. I think they start getting like P-40s and stuff like that. But their pilots are going to be trash. So they're not going to be really much of a threat. And the thing is, it's like fighters aren't much of a threat on their own. Let's take a look at the operations log. Right, we'll check that out shortly. She may have gone down, actually, but we'll check. Actually, go ahead and check now. They didn't make it far. I mean, they're on cruise speed. Yeah, flooding did get worse there. But there's no real choice. They're going to have to make that long route. Yeah, make the long route to truck. Yep, each turn is 1 day. So you can imagine it's going to take us a very long time to get to the end of the campaign. But that's the fun of it, really. It's the entire Pacific War 1 day at a time. Obviously, it could be that we go on until 1943, 44, something like that. Depends really when victory comes about. Of course, it depends for which side victory comes about. Oh dear. Okay, right. So we see that there's a battleship in this force over here, then we are going to try and just mob this one. It's unfortunate that we didn't get a hit there. But the good news is, it doesn't look as if he's actually hitting this area again. Now, I do have a Jake here actually running naval patrol this time, so that's good. I'm going to have my AMC arriving there in about 2 days. Low threat threshold. Okay. Still don't know where the American carriers are. Yeah, we'll use the A6M2s. They are set to escort, so I'm not entirely sure why the A5M4s have been taking precedence. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so 4 allied ships of 101, 168 near Lord Howe Island, speed 18 moving east. Okay, so that's probably Cruise of Mersing. I'm going to assume that is a submarine there. Allied level bomber near truck. Yeah, allied level bomber here. It looks like he's perhaps received additional PBYs, perhaps. Right, begins loading oil, that's good. Right, 7 Sentai takes care to a 1C replacement. Okay, 51 replacements there, sorry. Okay, we did have a large influx of new forces this time, which is really good. And to use the ship repair window in your port with damaged ships. Yeah. When it says there's no repairing, it's mostly because I've been lazy to take them out there. Honestly, should have found that they can't repair the major damage. Might be due down to the fact. Let's take a look here. I think I turned the repair shipyard off at Tokyo, actually. Manpower. Naval shipyard. Right, repair shipyard. Seems to be fine. Okay. He's definitely up to something. But then again, I suppose this is it. We are the proactive ones here. Of course he's going to be up to something. He's going to be trying to avoid being defeated, isn't he? How are we looking over here then with the 2 destroyers? Okay. They do have half of their ammunition. Right, you do have some torpedoes as well, so that's good news. Alright, okay. See, honestly, with some of these here, David, it's just purely because I've not taken a look at them. No, I appreciate it. It's just the fact that of it. Sometimes I just like forget about them. I always appreciate when people like bring these things up because then at the end of the day it means that they can be sorted. Right, pier side. There we go. And done catching up with the stream, considering the value of tankers isn't a little risky. Well, they're not going to be lingering east of New Caledonia. I mean, the thing is, it's like, let's take a look at this. I mean, what we could do here then, potentially. And this is it. I want to be in a position when I can hit Sydney. The closest position to hit Sydney. So that's still 6. That's still 6. Obviously, I'm not moving much any closer. I want to be in about this position here, so I'm avoiding the enemy ships here. That's still 6. I might be better off, actually, let's take a look at this. So Kidabutai is actually going to be moving towards there. Now, obviously, you'd be 7 hexes away from Brisbane. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, there is enough fuel here, I'd imagine, to get them home. Obviously, if we shared it out, but it is dangerously close. I mean, the Oilers are well protected for the most part. There's not going to be too much out here that's going to be able to handle that as such. It'd only be some sort of heavy force, but even then, they're set to evade. And it's a fairly speedy force at that, to be honest, so we are quite fortunate. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, and the fact that we have a seaplane cruiser over here gives us a good idea of what's going on in the area, which is very handy. I would take the tanker fleet and run to the carriers right away or right next to them. Well, that's what we're doing now. I mean, they're going to be here next turn. They can't move as terribly far as Kidabutai, but Kidabutai has to be within range of Australia. Once she's within range of Australia, and she carries out her strike against Sydney, and obviously the things in the waters nearby, then she can begin to move north after that. Yeah, that's true. This is why I have you guys. You are here to help me out. Okay, unfortunately we did lose sight of the transports that were around this area. He might have even potentially even had them. Yeah, these might be them here, to be honest. They very well could be them. They very well could be them. Right. What I'm going to do here, then, is actually begin to head back to Luganville with this submarine. In some ways, that's actually going to be a nice thing for us, really. I-70 has no aircraft. Okay. We know he moves around this area normally. And this would make sense. We did see a large force of actual ships, so I wager it probably is them. And it's one of those, like, I'd imagine he was reacting to Kidabutai, wasn't he? So I think that actually does suggest some good evidence then. It suggests that obviously he did fear Kidabutai actually heading out this way. And in fairness, they almost did. I don't know if they'll have 100 bombers immediately. He could do. But I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the actual air strength of Australia, but I don't think it'd be tremendous. Yes. So, I mean, this is it. Like, obviously, he does have his forces out here by Fiji. So it looks as if he did actually move them out, but then potentially back in. If we take a look here, then, so I'll double check our fighters. Fine, as well do here, then go to not float aircraft, sorry, carrier aircraft. Take a look at the fighters. Eventually, we'll be taking on more fighters here. Once this is conducted, yeah, once we finish raiding Australia, we'll be heading north anyhow. They have been running heavy combat air patrol, to be honest. But I can accept that in this area. Okay. What I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to reduce the amount of 0 combat air patrol. It's still going to be a fair amount, don't get me wrong. I'll go through individually and do this. But the reason I'm doing this is it only the 1 squadron there? Okay, must have been just the 1 squadron, then fair enough, okay. Right, okay, what I'm going to do then is increase the amount of A5M4s on combat air patrol. Right, they don't need to use drop tanks. Well, then again, actually, no, I'll have them using drop tanks, obviously they do have that range. Right, all A5M4s. I'll have you down at 10,000 feet. I could even have, I'll have them about 9,000 feet. Though, actually, I'd say about 9,000 feet, actually. And then at least they gain that maximum maneuverability. We do have more of them up high anyway. Basically, just a little over... Yeah, not... It's almost equal here. But we're going to have more A5M4s running actual combat air patrol. So 60, 60, 60, then 30 here for the actual zeros. Right, dive bombers. See... What we're going to do here, then, is I could actually run, like, I could have them set up so once we actually did reach Sydney immediately, we could potentially run a strike, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do here, then, let's take a look at the actual group's float aircraft. So, float planes. We have a lot of Pete's running night search, don't we? I'll have others run day search now. There we go. Nobody there anyway. Okay. I'm going to run reconnaissance over Sydney. Right, it's currently out of range, of course. Right, Sydney. Now, the good news is, once this force actually does begin to near this area, especially, yeah, they'll be around about this position next turn, I'd imagine. We could begin to actually have their Jakes begin to reconnoitre Brisbane for us, actually, which would be very handy. Build up that detection level preemptively be quite nice. Speaking of which... Zuiho. So that's the Chutos one. at Chitosi. Have you moved over there to my zoo home? There we go. So that's good news then. So I've increased the amount of float planes over here as well now. That's very good. Sydney and Newcastle also have big coastal forts and lots of airfields, indeed. The good news is we're not going to be anywhere near them. Now, I mean, this is it. I'm going to be within 6 hexes. But if I'm in this position here, I'm obviously closer to the enemy forces. If I was in this position, I'm still within 6, but I'm a little bit further out from this force over here. I think we'll move our position here. And, like, of course, I could try to be in a position here to hit Brisbane, but I don't think that matters. That puts me closer to Newcastle, of course. Okay. 7 there. So, that position. Apologies if I sound a little bit, like, nasally, by the way. I've got a little bit of hay fever flaring up again. Okay, so they're going to be there. The linger. Now. Okay. What I'm going to do here, then. How much fuel do you have? 4,872. You are running patrols in this area as well. Not to a massive distance, but at least it is something. I'm going to have you make your way over to Noumea. There we go. So you'll be about here next turn. Right, let's just take a look at the coral reefs here then, shall we? So that looks like there's only a way in here. Yeah, we'll eventually be going for Darwin ourselves, actually. Issue here is speed. They're not really capable of keeping up. I mean, this is it. I could potentially hold off a day. It's a hard decision, really, because we could hold off a single day here. I could then meet it with the destroy minesweepers out here then. But what I really need is obviously some heavier firepower. There is a temptation here to take potentially like Haguro or one of these other heavy cruisers, potentially like a small escort force. But then again, I'm taking forces away from Kidabutai when I need them. We'll deal with this as it comes. What I'm going to do here then is I'm going to change this around here. So yeah, there we go. But what I'm going to do here then is actually add in a waypoint. The reason is to try and slow them down. I used to live in the top end, loads of World War II stuff up there. That's pretty awesome. I can imagine that being pretty incredible, seeing I shot down Zero. Okay. What I am going to do here then is actually detach 2 destroyers. What classes do we have here? Kamikaze class, Kagiro class, Watataki. Wataki? Right, okay, so both of those. Right, make your way to Bellap Island. Though, what I'll do here then is actually have them sent down there to patrol. I'll have them placed on high reaction. I mean, this is it. Like, how do you want to play this? Because I could absolutely... I mean, what I could do here then, and this would be the safe method, is I could actually have the AMCs just head to Bellap Island. That means there's going to be additional warships in that area. I could actually organise them with the other forces to land at the same time. We'd also had supply. They're ready to go as soon as I get that supply, really. I imagine they could probably take this, but I do want to make sure that we actually do have some supply. But I mean, I could go for it. Okay. I'm just going to have them stood down to rest here for the time being. I think we need to get forces moving out of here now. See, he's going to see this task force over here, so he's going to know something's up. If the USN carrier force comes up behind you, you could be trapped against Australia and attacked on all sides. Well, he's not going to be able to attack me from Australia. He might have the odd few aircraft, but he's not going to have terribly much. As for naval forces, his cruiser force was heavily damaged, so they would be picked off from the air. I mean, he could attempt it with the actual carrier force, he could very well attempt it. But we know that one of the carriers is still in the north, whereabouts, in the region of Pearl Harbor, so that leaves him with about 3 carriers, which is still a potent striking force, but it's not one enough to overwhelm Kidabutai. Obviously, we don't want to be in a position where we lose any of our carriers, but he'd be potentially sending in his own carriers there to be slaughtered themselves, so it's one of those where he could potentially go for it, but it's just not something the Allied player wants to do here, and it's like, I mean, this is it. You don't attack the Death Star. Still it'll be beaten up, but it will improve over time. But yeah, I mean, you've got to imagine he was up in this area, we'd been moving down here. I don't think they're nearby. I'd like to think they're not nearby. I did kind of think that they might be around here somewhere, but I don't know. Okay. We'd have enough men to take... I imagine we'd probably have it. Yeah, I would say that we'd have enough men to take New Caledonia with what's already at sea, or what will be at sea. You should have at least a squadron of 2 torpedo bombers and fighters at Sydney, Newcastle, and Brisbane. I mean, this is it. He may do, but you've got to imagine it depends like what the actual game is going to give him. So it's like maybe they'll be there, maybe they won't be. I don't know. Even if he does have them, they'll get shot down. Their pilots aren't going to be exactly cracking. I mean, they might get free, but it's unlikely. But then again, we don't even know if they're there, so we'll see. We'll see what it comes to. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. Okay. How's the Caledonia landing going? Do you have additional forces to bring in? It's not good to leave the situation fast, about to get it over and done with as fast as possible. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We have 1,300 men here, so what I'm thinking here then is... I mean, this force has been detected as well, so that's probably not good for us, is it? Yeah, not good. He's definitely running, like, naval search in this area. I imagine he's probably running it from here. So... I think what I'm going to do here... Do not unload. I'm going to have them head into Bellop Island. Now, we're going to be within the day's sail of Lafoa, so that's no issue. Low, okay. Yeah. Okay. They're moving into Comac. Low threat threshold. Okay, meet that task force there. So merge. Oh, it's because they're on fast transport, right, okay. Okay. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to have these destroys meters. So meet task force 17. Merge. Now. I'm going to clear their destination here. They're going to stay... I'll have them head a little bit further out. So we'll have them... Actually, I could even have them stay here, to be honest. Not always a good idea, but today we've been detected, so we'll head a little bit further north. Linger there the day. Right. Okay, so they could be reached about here. Okay. Right, we'll have them wait for reinforcement. And this is it, he might be moving in there to mine Noumea, but it's not going to matter, because we're not going to be even hitting the port of Noumea. We're going to be landing at Lafoa, and then we'll allow our forces, so yeah, this is where we're going to be landed, just in this hex here. So we'll land here. Once we unload our forces, then that's brilliant. I can get the ships out of air, and then that's fine. It's up to the troops on the actual island itself. But it will mean that this force is obviously cut off as well, at Comac, which is great. So that'll actually give us an actual port here for additional supplies to be brought in, which is very close by. Yeah. And then I can begin to prepare for the attack on Noumea. I mean, we do have vehicles over here, additional artillery arriving. Yeah, 150mm guns. And we'll have a lot of, yeah. I mean, this is it. I'm worried about this force, but we're going to be moving men out from here as well. So we're going to have a lot of force collected in this area. I do have a decent number of destroyers around this area, so that's not too bad. And the way to look at this as well is, obviously, we do have these float planes on board the Nippon Waters Force, obviously the Oiler Task Force. So had there been potentially anything in this area here, we probably would have detected it by now, or had a good shot at detecting it by now. So at least that gives us some sort of, I don't know, some sort of relief there. It's like I could potentially detach a destroyer or potentially detach a light cruiser from the oilers, but the oilers are worth more than the actual men at this moment in time. They need to be protected. I mean, Kinabutai is only, what, like a day's sail, 2 days sail out there, so it's not much of an issue. I don't think it's going to have anything here to threaten us. But will not be hasty. Okay. I could leave them in strategic mode. It would mean that I could load them on board the Saigon Maru quickly. Only it's like I'd like to have them loaded up in combat mode, but it does mean that I don't know. We'll see. If I can... Let's, What are we looking at in terms of like actual cost of movement? So I have capacity for 1820 here. They're 232 there. Okay, that's easily done. And it's 19 guns there. So a lot of support units. There's no infantry, no HMGs, just supporting guns. They only have that disruption from being moved into strategic, so yeah, we'll keep them just on strategic here. It means I can get them loaded up now. God damn it. Okay. The good news is I can actually merge in this force here then. Oh, no room to dock, of course. Hirakawa. Okay, so Saigon Maru and Hirakawa Maru. Take one of these patrol boats here, just give them an escort, just in case. Okay. And just load troops, okay. Loading restarted. Load troops only. Reallocate the task force. Oh, that's interesting, Ben. So it looks as if they've been taken off the Saigon Maru here. Okay, let's look at this and use minimum ships then. Okay. Loading troops now, make sure they're loading. Right, they're loading now. That's good. Okay. Yeah, so they're loading on both ships then. So he's more than enough troop capacity. He's just obviously making sure that we can carry all the equipment. So that's fine there. Actually, no, we can carry all the equipment, so it's to carry all the troops there. That's fine. Right. So you're spare here. To be honest, I do have additional supply here, so what I'm going to do then is actually tell them to load supply. Okay, so load some supply here as well. Okay, so Kinagusa, Mokuzuki, Yazuki, Yakazi. I could have you head north on your own. And this is it, it's a very fast ship, but unfortunately it was busy last turn, so I wasn't able to load anything. But what I'm going to do here then is I'll have her head north, head home. There's no reason putting her in harm's way when there's nothing else to be loaded. Have a supply brought alongside as well. Okay, you come here. Of course I could give you to... Yeah, I'd be going at 14 knots here. I'll leave her behind, then she can escort our ship home. But then again, no, bring her. Then I can take Busho Maru or Kayon Maru to escort her home. Okay. We move now. Right, Noumea landing force. Okay, so I'm going to head around the long way. I wonder what the odds are that THG has started to clear ports in Australia since Kidabutai has engaged small fleets west of Sydney. Probably, but the thing is, we're not just going to hit ships. We're going there to hit the infrastructure as well. So that obviously gains his additional points. Well, VP. But it's one of these, isn't it, really? He's not going to be able to move everything out there. Okay. Hello there, Sean Back. How you doing there, my friend? Right, so they're going to be making their way out. Yeah, 50-50 is fine, actually. Yeah, this is what we must do, then. So what I'm going to tell them to do, then, is actually have the amphibious force use waypoints here. I'd like you to head north first. And then to come back. It's going to take longer, and I'm fine by that. I'm fine with that. I think what we do then is we take things a little slow because we can see obviously enemy activity in the area. I don't want to just like bludgeon my way in here. This force is going to wait for additional destroyers to reach them. It gives us additional security here in this area too, which is always nice. They're headed in there to take some supply in. I mean, considering that there's a coral reef here, he has to move through here, it might actually be in our interest to have the two destroyers dispatched here. So I think I'll do that. They're not in the best shape, don't get me wrong. I'll just have them react to 1 hex. Okay. So, not waypoint, not the waypoint, sorry, so clear those. Clear destination, okay. What I'm going to do then is actually have you go over here and patrol Bellap Islands. So remain there. Now, the reason I'm doing that is just on the off chance he does attempt it. Then at least we'd have, what, 4 destroyers in that area. Then another 2 destroyers in that area later on in the day, so we'd have 6 destroyers in that area. I just looked up in early 1941, the Royal Australian Air Force has Beaufort, torpedo bombers, Buffalo fighters, Lockheed Hudson's. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's pretty much what we expect from Allied forces here at this moment in time. It's not terribly troublesome. Our force is going to continue to move here. Yeah, I mean, the good news about this is let's take a look at the actual range here. So that's within 8 hexes. So yeah, it might have been from this force over here that we were able to find that. And now we've got additional floatplanes out here in that force as well. So we do have a greater chance of detecting the enemy. The good news is he doesn't know about this. And to be honest, it might work out in favour because he's going to believe that, yeah, Kidabutai is here, obviously Kidabutai is here, and that the threat is here, which it absolutely is. So he might take his eyes away from the north over here. He might not be thinking, okay, well, I'm going to send this out. He may not send anything out because he knows, well, Kidabutai is literally there. Within range. Maybe a day out. It's not like he can send much out there. I think this was already out at sea. He very well could be making his way back to Comac. Very well could be. He could be just attempting to do the same thing again. I like you guys are trying to scare me. We'll be okay, don't worry guys, we'll be okay. Okay, we do have an additional two... What I could potentially do here then... Right, loan. I'm somewhat reluctant to leave that force on its own. I'm gonna take. I could look to have them merge with this force over here. Okay, clear these waypoints for the time being. Right. What I'll do here then, move further to the north, and what I'll do then is dispatch... I could just dispatch 4 destroyers here. Yep, I'm going to send all 4 destroyers down that way. In fact, what we'll do here then... Right, I'm going to have them make their move down there. Run maximum reaction here. Yeah, okay. So they'll head to Bellap Island. Additional destroyers are heading here to Bellap Island. So we'll have 4 destroyers in this rough area. Another 4 destroyers here. This force is going to go ahead and link up with the Amphibious Task Force out from Luganville, so Task Force 337. So that will mean that 337 will have an escort, 3 more patrol boats, and oiler voucher is going to be important, obviously, to refuel them. And then I'll have the Kinagusa heavy cruiser. Yeah, Kinagusa, 3 destroyers, another 2 patrol boats, an AMC, the Osaka Maroon. Okay, so yeah, the important fact is we'll actually have destroyers, we'll have patrol boats, we'll have a heavy cruiser. Okay. Oh, you two. Oh, you'd make a happy man cry. Yeah, that works out for me. It means, obviously, the protection here is lessened temporarily, but obviously not for long before additional forces move in here. We are going to have our airfield here. I don't know, it might be about 2 days, maybe 2 to 3 days before this is actually finished off at long last. As soon as it is finished off, I can actually send in additional... I could send bombers down here. Okay. P-38, well, I'm just going to have to wait for that one. Okay, that works for me. These submarines are returning home. You're moving into around Sydney. Right, run naval search here in this area. There we go. I mean, you can do that, it isn't going to make a difference. See, the issues with a lot of people is it's like they look at the war from the end of the war. You've got to look at it from the beginning. Sure, the Americans might get tens of carriers, but they don't have tens of carriers now. So as far as it goes for, like, ship production numbers later on, as far as I'm concerned, they're irrelevant at this moment in time. Once they do become relevant, then they're already relevant. But I'm not going to worry about 20 carriers in the future. I can't, well, I can't stop that, I can't avoid that. We'll deal with it as it comes, really. Okay. I don't think there was B-17s in Burma. They look like Blenheims. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with the other troop transporters is get it out of here. You're not doing anything, so I'm going to have you move north. You're going to travel alongside a patrol boat. And in all honesty, it's like... I've got 2 submarine tenders over here, sure. See, I do need to get some fuel down here to Luganville. But what I'm going to do here then is transfer in an additional patrol boat. There we go. So that's another patrol boat here. Yeah, you can avoid that if you catch to the west coast, alright. Okay, you're going to head out then to the north, you're going to head out towards Truck, actually. There we go. Low threat threshold and direct. Okay, so next turn, the only thing that's going to be here then, in Luganville, is going to be the, well, the 2 seaplane... Yeah, the actual 2 aircraft tenders, the 2 seaplane tenders. And then the AMC Saigon Maru and the Hikawa Maru. So that's about it. Of course, we do have 146 mines. I do need to get an actual mine tender down here. I've got to have one at Truck, surely. Let's take a look. Mines. Okay. Minesweepers. Mine layer tender. There we go. Mine laying. Okay. You've been fueled, that's good. Low threat and direct. There we go. So, I'm going to begin to move my mine layer tender down here. Set your home to Luganville. Then once you arrive at Luganville, you can tend the minefield there. There we go. The truck cover force is going to arrive tomorrow. So I need them to refuel. Once they're refueled, they're going to be heading down south. The Fiji cover force is still on her way north. What I could do then is actually detach the ships here that aren't damaged. Obviously I could get them into port sooner. I don't think he's aware of his task force. No, he isn't. Okay. What I'm going to do then is grab Mutsu, Aoba, Tatsuta, Yoyoi, and Ozuki. Well, actually, no. Yeah, Ozuki. Leave 2 destroyers behind, take 2 destroyers. They're going to make their way towards Truck sooner. Low threat threshold. And low threat threshold. Okay. So rather than progressing at a pretty slow rate of speed, we're actually going to be able to make it there in about 4 days, give or take, rather than maybe just over a week. Something of that nature. So that works for me. Let's go have a drink of coffee here. Just 1 second. Excuse me. Wow. God, that went down the wrong way. Okay. Yep. So we're going to have them sent to Truck. They're going to get over here to Truck. I mean, it shouldn't take them too long. We'll decide, really, if they need to undergo the repairs. I mean, let's take a quick look, actually. Okay. Mutsu. Mutsu's actually pretty good. I don't think she'll be able to rearm her main guns. That's the only issue. Not yet. I may have to wait then for the port to be built up, but we'll see. We do have additional engineers arriving here, so it shouldn't take too long. Soon the very high-quality Australian Imperial Force divisions will return from the Middle East, where they had beaten Romelot or Book. I mean, you say that, Duke, but... yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The 56th Division will be landing down here at Bal soon. Yeah, nice force covering the area. I mean, this is it. They're pretty much useless without carrier support. But at least over here there are aircraft around here. I mean, once we have the airfield, as soon as I have this airfield down here at Luganville, I'm going to be immediately transferring naval bombers. Naval bombers and fighters if I can do so. So, yeah. That's all I need. That's all I need is an airfield down here. And once I do have an airfield, then, yeah, we are good to go. I mean, Comac has an airfield as well. Oh, no, Comac doesn't actually have an airfield. But Noumea obviously has an airfield. That's good. So this is good news then. So, yeah, tomorrow there's only going to be like 4 ships left here in this area. 2 of them are docked up as we speak. And let's take a look, actually. Right. You're leaving the area, okay. You're too big to dock, unfortunately. I do need to expand that port. Okay, you're not doing anything, you're not loading anything, that's fine. You're moving north, your load has been completed, that's fine. Okay. True, joke, true, but the lessons of reality really don't matter here. Obviously to a degree, but when I'm talking about the battles that happened in real life, what happened in real life aren't going to matter here. Things are different, and they will be different. They'll obviously have a part to play, obviously we can learn from them, but we're not going to repeat them. Okay, we're running our naval search over here, that's good. Plenty of Jakes in reserve is always a good thing. Now, you belong to the, yeah, seaplane carrier. Okay. So we're patrolling Victoria Strait here. Okay, this is fantastic. So the Kishino may just allow us to rearm Mutsu and Nagato. Or Nagato. I know it's Nagato, but I like to say Nagato. It sounds really, I don't know, sounds even more Japanese, if that's possible. Yep, I do have 27 G3M2s over here as well. I mean, they've been training. And what's the actual aviation over here? It's under, but not terribly much. Of course, I'm moving additional elements to the island. I think you were meant to actually disband the truck, weren't you? That makes sense, okay. Right, you need to head to truck. What I'm going to do here then is take 2 of those destroyers. Cannon of Destiny. Oh, indeed. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is have these 2 destroyers actually make their way down to Tulagi. Well, to be fair, actually, I'll have them make their way down to Truk. Yeah, their home is Truk now. That's fine. Alright, Amphibious Force. So, good. Very good. They've actually arrived here. Superb. That's exactly what I needed. And the auxiliary repair ship has arrived. Okay. Yamabiko Maru has arrived. Perfect. Okay. Disband her. Unload, please. Oh, the Canoe of Destiny. I thought you meant like the Cannon of Destiny event or something. Okay, they do have a decent plan for Rabal as well. Yeah, so what we're doing here, then, is we'll wait for these troops to be unloaded. That's good. Have the port replenish. Sorry, have the force replenish from the port. The good news is, I mean, especially with the second base force, that's brilliant news. That's going to be really handy over here. It's not a massive addition of engineers, but it's going to be a decent addition. I mean, it's extra aviation support, additional aviation, additional naval support as well, which is great. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's exactly what I need, actually. Right, so we're up to 580 naval support. I don't think I need terribly much more to actually be able to rearm Nagato and Mutsu, well, Nagato and Mutsu. So, along with the actual AKE, so obviously the ammunition ship, we may have enough to rearm them. I mean, what are we looking at here? Rearm level is 3,600. We might not actually... I might actually be able to do it now, actually. 2 seconds, we're going to go grab the manual. Be right back. Okay, here we go. So I've got 3,600 here. Let's see what the actual rearm level required is for the actual guns. Right. Okay, so I'm looking at the 40 centimeter 45 free YTs. So we have 3,600 now. I think we're going to need 4,500 here. So let's take a look then. Just double check. Oops. Right, it's the free YTs, yeah, okay. So we need 4,500 rearm. It could be done potentially in a size 6 port with 760 naval support. Okay. Now, we are building up our naval support here. And we will have enough naval support once we do obviously have a size 7 port here. Okay. I do have elements of... Is it... right, that's Yokosuka first SLF. Okay, so I have additional elements of the 4th fleet being flown in here consecutively, which is good news. Yeah. There's still... Right, 6 fleets over here. Is it 6 fleets I'm flying in? Yeah, 6 fleet. There we go. How much is left to 6 fleet? Okay, so there's another 110 naval support to be moved in here. Obviously, we'll have an additional, I don't know, like maybe 80 or so. Let's compare that to a base force that's already in the actual base. Well, already on trunk. So there's 120 naval support there. So if we assume that the base force itself that we're going to be unloading here has something in the region of 120 naval support, but actually not be too far off from that, so that's really good news. Really happy about that. Okay. Excellent, excellent. So tomorrow, once they're unloaded, I can actually take a look ahead then to actually when we can land at Rabal. But as soon as we land at Rabal, then that's good, because we will take Rabal. It's going to fall pretty quickly, I can imagine, to a full-blown division. So once Rabal falls, we'll pretty much, almost immediately ready ourselves for striking at Port Moresby. I mean, once Port Moresby falls, then that's very good. I can actually take a good solid look at control of this area here. Obviously, the logistics has to catch up, but if I can actually control the a good majority of the Coral Sea, that would be very handy. Okay. Right. I mean, the good news is obviously we'll have additional destroyers over here. There is this independent engineer regiment. Now that's very good. I'm going to tell them not to unload. See, it would be very nice to have that unit there at Tracosa to help build up the actual port there, but considering the fact this is one of the few engineer regiments we have in this area, they're actually very important. Yeah, 48 engineers, 4 engineer vehicles. IGN, so Imperial, IGA engineer squads, yep, so we actually have Imperial Japanese Army squads there. These are rare units and they're very powerful. Okay, have you planned for a ball? What I'm going to do here then, let's go ahead and take a look. So form new amphibious force here then. Right, second base force. Second base force. Second base force here. Okay. So that's all 3 elements of the base force vest. We'll have them dock. They're going to unload. They've also brought, conveniently, additional supply to the island, which is good news. Okay. They're in combat load. They're trained for Palembang. Okay, so merge Task Force 5 with Task Force 106. We'll actually have we'll have Task Force 5 merge with 106. I just merged them into truck, haven't I? That's fine. Or have I? 106. Yeah, and I meant to merge them into 106 then. Okay, that's my bad. No issue. Take a look at troop transport. Right, how much am I going to need here? I mean, that is a lot of warships there. So we have, what, 3 light cruisers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 destroyers. That does leave me with another 3 destroyers over here. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is merge 112 into this, so those 3 destroyers there. What I'm going to do then is actually, let's see. I'll take Kuma. I'll take these 2 destroyers over here, the ones with decent range. These are very nice destroyers. I'll take the 3rd one as well, actually. So that's 1 light cruiser, 3 destroyers. I'm going to have that dispatched down towards Luganville. That's going to form a cover force there. I'll call it the Tulagi cover force. Okay, and that's going to move south. The reason for that is so I have additional warships in this area that are capable of responding to threats. Then I do want to have prior warning if anything is coming. Okay, I can give you an actual reserve craft there. There we go, 1 in reserve, that's fantastic. That's exactly what I need. Okay. You're not doing anything here. Right, you're heading south. I'm going to give you a patrol boat then as an escort. Or I could give you the very long range. This is actually an excellent ship. Excellent. That looks like an old destroyer, actually. Bloody hell. That AA is actually pretty fantastic. I mean, it's got no anti-submarine, but that's pretty fantastic AA. That's not bad. That is really not bad at all. Yeah, I'll give you that escort there. You've got very long range, so that'll do fine. Right. Let's take a look over here then. So we've got 2 float planes on the actual light cruisers. Give them a reserve plane. Okay, at least I can actually give them reserve planes here, which is really quite good. Means they'll last a lot longer out here with actual naval surge. Okay. Now. Cancel the unloading. Right, let's take a look here. 18,425. Plenty of cargo. So what I'm going to do here then is we'll go into load troops. There's actually supposedly a unit of independent engineers here. Well, regiment. Interesting. Right, put the 56th Division in combat mode. Right, plenty of room here. Right, loading troops, okay. $6,000 tons of supplies there. I could send additional supplies, but I'll do that as like a second wave after the island falls, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll send... let's actually take a look at the 56th Division then. Let's figure out how much supplies they're going to need. Where are they? Right, there we go. We'd have something like... I don't know, 3 days maybe of supply for fighting. So I'll have another... Yeah, we'll have another cargo ship loaded up with supply. Right, 15 knots is going to do quite nicely. There we go. Give you a patrol boat. I'll give you the other escort, actually. There we go. So you load up on those supplies. I mean, that's going to be a good few days worth of supply there for fighting. Right. Okay, what I'm going to do here then, so this is Task Force 106. Yeah, what's not to love about the one? Yeah, the 25mm. So leave 2 destroyers in there. Right. Undock. 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 Right, now you can dock. You can dock as well. Okay. That's fine by me. Right then. Okay, fantastic, man. So they're docked up now, and that means they'll load up even faster. I mean, it's a very large port. It's a size 6 port here. There's a lot of naval support as well, a lot of support on hand. So indeed, we should be pretty good to go. We probably might even have them ready by tomorrow, actually. So that's going to be excellent news. Now, what I'm going to do here, then. Rebel. Hello there, Harkon. Yep, I'll go over that in just a moment here. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, we'll actually have a pretty strong force around here then soon. So, they're going to meet them out most likely at sea. So meet up with Task Force. It's going to be, is it 106? Yep. Or is it 364? Let me just double check, actually. Ah, right, okay. So 106 is the force they have to meet up with. But then again... I want you to go ahead then, and yeah. 106. Meet them. And merge. There we go. So that's fantastic. So next turn we might actually be ready to take the 56th Division. I'll take alongside them a independent engineer regiment. And they'll be ready to begin the long trek towards Rabaul. So we're looking at about 4 to 5 days for them to arrive at Rabaul, but they're going to arrive with plenty of support on hand. Which should actually coincide with us actually hitting Sydney down here, then obviously Brisbane, obviously oiling up. Now, to answer your question about Harkon, what is the plan for New Caledonia? What we're doing here then is, due to the fact that we have detected enemy forces down here to the south, rather than taking much of a risk, what I'm going to do is actually have these forces head over here to Bellop Island. We have 4 destroyers that are going to be detached. Yep, they're detached from this force over here. They're going to be heading down to this position here to patrol on surface combat. They have 6 reaction. Now, what is going to be happening elsewhere is we have the 2 destroyers over here. Granted they're damaged, but granted they're still warships all the same. And if they die defending my troops, then it might be worthwhile in this circumstance. So these guys have been detached here. They're going to head there. Now, you're still heading into Comac. And I think... I'll take Amagiri. I'll take 1 destroyer then, just in case. You're going to head in there to Comac. Okay. Alright, you're going to be meeting Task Force 17, right, merge. Oh, you can't merge, can you? Okay. We'll cancel that then for the time being. you're instead going to head to Comac. Well, sorry, to Bellap Island. Right, you head to Bellap Island. There we go. That's what I wanted. Right. So we'll have a third destroyer, yeah, so one destroyer then, so the Akabondo, obviously that's going to be heading here to Bellap Island. Which means at least there's going to be additional warship in the area. One destroyer is still a threat to a lot of different things anyhow. But the good news is also we'll have these 4 destroyers making their way down here. The actual armoured forces, with all the supply, and the artillery and the fuel, they're going to be going ahead and meeting up with this force out from Luganville. So that means that obviously they're going to be meeting up with the Kinigusa, the 3 destroyers here, and the 3 patrol boats, and obviously the AMC, amongst other forces. The reason why we're doing this is obviously we've seen allied planes over to Luganville. He's obviously doing snooping over this area, he's obviously figuring out what we have, and there's a good potential that he may go in here for a PBY raid, and we've seen that happen. So I don't want to be here any longer. And the good news is obviously we have our forces for the most part loaded up, so we're gonna get going now. Taking pretty much everything here. There's only gonna be remaining behind. Yeah, these are only ships that are gonna be remaining behind to load up the rest of the 4th Infantry. They're gonna be doing that very quickly and then getting the fuck out of here. What I might do then is tell them, give them orders so that if they're able to do so, they will begin to immediately leave. So I'll have them head over here then. So as soon as they're done, head out. That's fine by me. Okay. Right then. So, it's going to put on an additional day here then for the landings at Lofoa. But once we do have our forces assembled here, we're actually going to be going ahead with additional supply. Yeah, I mean, a supply aboard here, which is very important. Additional troops as well. As we'll be landing with additional men and supply, which is very important. The other forces will be falling up some time behind, so they're only going to be about 2-3 days behind them. So, we're getting things underway now. We're getting things underway now so that I can actually have the troops unloaded at New Caledonia, so I can actually begin to move on Noumea. We can pick up the pace. Obviously, Kidabutai is going to be clearing this area, hitting the actual ports over that way. Well, actually, hitting the infrastructure. I'm not going to hit the ports as such. Okay. We're genuinely not that far from actually finishing the turn here. There's not terribly much to do. You say that, Duke, but then again, it's like... He could turn up anywhere, but what am I meant to do then? Just never set out? We have to continue with our plans regardless of what the enemy is doing for the most part. Obviously, we're not going to do that to our detriment, but he could be potentially anywhere. We could spend endless hours trying to ponder where he is. We're just going to go for it. He's not going to come near Kidabutai. I doubt that. But it's not a stationary target, and it does have at least something of an escort. Do I have a direction heading there? Moving southeast. Right, okay. See, you're saying the Oilers are a target, but he doesn't even know about them. There's no detection over them. He doesn't know about them. He'd only find out about them through luck. In this moment in time, anyhow. At least as far as we know, he doesn't know about them. But I don't think his carriers are going to be here in this area. They might be around here, they might be around here, but I don't think they're going to be here yet. He's obviously seen Kidabutai in this area, so he knows they're here. He struck at Tarawa, where obviously we've the raid on Tarawa, his carriers were here, we were down here, obviously more than a few days out. He'll be somewhere, but we've got to carry on. Okay, they're making their way down to truck. That's good. You say that, Duke, but, yeah, Japan lost the entire fleet and they still kept on fighting. They lost many carriers and they still kept on fighting, so it doesn't mean just the end. It's not as easy as that. Come on, you should be on my side here. My god, I'm getting a lot of, like, really dour comments here. Come on, let's pick up the positivity here. You're making me want to slip my wrist playing Japan here at the moment. Now the Yokosuka. Yeah, they're currently resting. Okay. The 15th Army event is looking good. Yeah, I mean, you're right there, we'd have to Midway ourselves. I mean, the good news is obviously we do hold on to Midway. We have Midway now. And this is the important thing, it's like we're not going to be nearing his main port, obviously, which is going to be Pearl Harbor. We're not even going to be spending that much time down here. I mean, as soon as Kidabutai is done raiding down here, they're going to be leaving this general area and heading back north. I'm not going to be operating around track for the most part, to a degree. Also, we'll look to pick up replacement zeros and repairs. Okay. Oh god, you guys are depressing. Come on, stop being so mean. Be a little bit positive, because this is... oh my god. Right, they're going to continue to move down to the south, that's good. Why are they in combat mode? They shouldn't be there. Okay, well that's not bloody good, then they shouldn't be there at all, okay. I think the actual terrain here is, clear. Yeah, it is clear, okay. Well, that's not too bad then. So, a couple days we can have them moving back into the port. I don't know why they're there. That's really strange. That was very strange. I wonder if it was due to the fact that there was actually a... yeah, see, they're unpacking here. See, that one bloody unit of 50 men has actually really delayed us rather irritatingly. It's not going to take them too long there to move back up. And the, yeah, we still have what we need here. We're still looking to slow him down. I might switch it up and actually hit this force here, but then again, there's a lot of guns there. No, we can hold the islands around the fleet. As long as we have an airfield and plenty of aircraft, we can hold it. Yep, there you go, Rez. You're absolutely right. We've got to be 100% positive, 100% optimistic at all times, otherwise we might as well just give up. Okay, I'm glad to see additional forces over here now. So I do have 347 guns. Yeah, we're on the way to taking the Dutch East Indies. As I mentioned earlier on, we do have the 4th Division just here at Naga. Well, it's going to be arriving in Naga tomorrow. We are going to be putting together, yep, the 48th Division is going to be assembled with the 2nd Formosan Regiment. They're going to be sent over here to Pescadores. So as soon as that's done, and the 48th is linked up there, that means we'll have 2 spare divisions. So I might have 1 division sent over here to Malaya. Possibly I might have both divisions sent down here to Borneo. I think I'll have them both sent down to Borneo, to be honest. Well, not to... well, 1 to Borneo, possibly 1 to Borneo, 1 to Celebes. That'd make a quick conquest over here. And then obviously we can begin to build up our air strength from this area to begin to subjugate Java. We're still going to have the Yamato class because they are awesome. It's not optimal, but I'm going to have them anyway because I like them. Okay, where's the Chichijima Special Base Force? Actually, let's take a look at our submarines here. Right, you're in Kotoburu. Stood down. Can I not have you in shipyard? Quadrilin, obviously no fuel to move outbound, so they have to remain there. Yep, you're on your way back. Okay, they're going to patrol on station a little bit longer, then they're going to move over to Espirito Santo. Just watch me, Duke, just watch me. Okay, these submarines are moving out as we need. The other submarines are on their way back, which means I'm going to have more submarines in this area. I mean, I'm not going to really be looking after this area as such. I might leave perhaps maybe 1 or 2 submarines around Midway. Could be quite handy. The rest are going to move back. I'm actually going to have them... yeah, we'll sort things out then. The ones that are lacking pilots or planes will be given those again. I'm going to make use of the midget subcarriers as well. No, that's still useful. We're not going to keep them in a strategic reserve. They're going to operate alongside either Kitabutai. More than likely alongside Kitabutai. They'll be able to soak up a lot of damage. I mean, their AA, I mean, Japanese AA for the most part isn't exactly fantastic, but they'll be able to add to the AA there. But most importantly, they're going to be there to soak up damage. Obviously, then they can be repaired afterwards, but we'll use them as damage soaks. Their guns are tremendous as well, so they would be pretty valuable if anybody was to try and raid, well, attack us via the surface, which is obviously going to be doubtful. But I could use them for heavy bombardment. As obviously, might take some time to rearm their main guns, but it's not so much the main guns I really need them for. The main guns are fantastic. I mean, they really excel in the bombardment role, but it'd be mostly the AA. Their secondary guns are still going to be there in action. I mean, let's take a look at actually what she has as secondary guns then. Okay, Yamato. Yeah, she's got these 15.5 centimeter secondary guns, so these are like what? So it's like obviously once she used her main gun, she'd be an incredibly well-armored light cruiser. Which is fine. Her speed is not bad, really. It's not bad. And she was too valuable, so she could not be raced. You'll see the value of Yamato when her and Kitabutai start causing bombardment to San Francisco. No, she's not too slow by any means. It's only a couple knots, but the thing is, it's like... you've got to think, obviously 1942 is our time, but it's only like the first half of 1942 when obviously we're zipping around the places here. What we're going to be doing is then, once we do establish conquests of the objectives that we have chosen, we're going to be looking to fortify and dig in. So we're not really going to be venturing out here. We're not going to be venturing out to Midway. We're not going to be venturing out anywhere around this area. We're going to be playing this defensively. That means I'm going to be relying on land-based aircraft. I'm going to be relying on our own naval search. We're not going to be running into the enemy. Yeah, 27 knots is fine by me. It doesn't make that much of a difference. An example, Kitabutai isn't exactly in the best shape right now. I mean, obviously Kitabutai has taken some issues with the being run at full speed. Yeah, I mean, it's a couple knots lower, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I can make do with that. I mean, we have cargo run at 28 knots now. No issue. I don't mind losing a couple knots for having the addition of a super battleship that actually is going to act as a damage soak. Either way, I know she's not optimal. But I don't care, I'm going to have her, because she's awesome. And she's going to be awesome. Need to get some fuel over here. It's going to take some time, but we'll get it in over there. Okay. I like that. Okay. Let's take a look at the actual state of the troops here. Disruption and fatigue's not too bad, but what I'm going to do here then is I'm just going to begin to bombard. Yeah, I'll set orders to bombard here. Set orders to the same objective. We'll eventually starve them out. Yeah, my unit's there again. He's not moved in. You say that, but my god, you have no idea how difficult it would be for him to land in Japan. I mean, for him to come to Japan, it would, yeah, okay. He's not going to land on Japan. Yeah, that's fine by me. See, how we're going to be operating here, then, is we are going to establish which islands are to be held onto tightly and which islands are there. Just to simply... Now, how you have to look at this is, for example, okay. We'll take a look at the example of Midway. Now, Midway is a really good example. Now, obviously, I'd like to take the rest of that 24th Infantry Regiment away from Midway. But I'm going to leave the 53rd Naval Guard behind. And to be honest, that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make on that one. Because they'll buy time at Midway. And while they're over here at Midway, it gives me plenty of information. It gives me time to assemble a strike force over here, for example. But it's all about choosing which islands to hold on to. Like, Midway is useful. But for example, like Baker Island, there's no garrison there. But he still doesn't own the base. So he's still going to have to waste time to take that base. He could, of course, bypass it, but then again, I don't lose anything. I still hold on to the base anyway, and he doesn't. It's all about just buying ourselves a buffer. That's all it is. We just need a buffer. So, for example, Rabaul is going to be an island we hold on to. Truk, obviously, an island we hold on to. Kwajalein, obviously, the Marshalls we hold on to. New Caledonia, potentially to some extent, but never too hard. Okay. Trying to think here of what else we need to do. Let's take a quick look at the actual industry, then. Right, R&D. Gifu continues to be lacking on supply here. Right, you don't need that much supply. $30,000 tons is pretty good, so we'll reduce that amount there. Right. That's a steady amount, I'll hold that. Yeah, the thing is, they're not going to waver on Divine at all. They've got plenty of supply. And I'll just fortify the island. The reason why Midway is important is obviously the fact that in the future it gives me options. I'm not saying he's going to go for it immediately. But I do think it's going to be something he would take a look at going for. You're going to look at it this way, like obviously Midway is close to home. And therefore easy to reach. So why would he not go for it? He knows I'm not going to be able to protect it. So he'll waste time there. That's my opinion on it. He's going to waste time there. And if he bypasses it, fine. That's good for me. I'll make use of it in the future. Alright, Hiroshima. Keep that at about 3,000 tons of supply, actually. Kobe. Reduce that. Mombasa. Mombasa. Yeah, I need to up that. So we'll keep that about 5,000 tons. Nagoka. Nagaoka? Reduce that by about 1,000 tons. Well, then again, actually, yeah, no, that'd be fine there. I can base naval search craft there, and I can potentially base other aircraft there. It gives us options. I and you can't like you, but my god, man, you gotta stop being a pessimist for 5 minutes. Right, Okayama needs obviously supply here. But that's nearly done there, so Okayama should be able to proceed pretty quickly then. Osaka, Kyoto, reduce that to 3,000, just 4,000 tons there. Sendai, yep, keep it 5,000. Tokyo, reduce that to 4,000 tons here. Resources, plenty of oil here. Resources also we need additional. Toyama, right, 7,000, that's a very large amount. I'll just put that at 5,000. So, 5,000, okay. Right, 5,000 is a lot, so reduce that to, well then again, no, keep it at 5 now, just for the time being. I need them to reach the 10,000 Well, why have I got that much? Okay. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so the, obviously this is due to the resource shortage at the moment. But that one will be sorted out pretty quickly, actually. I just need to get the resources in Japan here. Right, additional patrol boats. Yep, look at all these beautiful patrol boats leaving Japan here. Well, leaving Tokyo. Brilliant. Right, where's my other convoy? That's the one heading into... Oh no, Shimaneski. Shimaneski, something like that. Yep, you're headed up over there. That's good news. Okay, keep on moving. That's good. Okay. Ah, there we go. The 11th Air Flotilla has arrived. Beautiful. Okay. Combat mode. Right then. Yokoyama, Yokosuka. Okay. Let's see here then. So we do have 4 of these in actual pool. Right, a couple of these in the pool here. You're going to transfer the 11th Air Flotilla. Right, so the 11th Air Flotilla is going to be flown over here to... let's take a look. So Bihoro has 4 air capacity. Yeah, to Bihoro. They're going to be flown over there. So take them off a search. Yep, begin to move those begin to move those actual headquarters. Okay. Yeah, you're right there on that one, Duke, but this is why we have such a thing as attrition warfare. I'm going to say the key to beating the US, at least in the near term. We're never going to beat the USA, we can't possibly invade, we can't possibly subjugate them, so I'm going to win this through VPs. But what I need to do here is really prevent THG from getting any sort of momentum going. If I can turn back his first attacks, his first landings, hopefully causing great losses on him, that'd be very good. That'd actually slow him down. It's all about reducing his time, just slowing him down, really. All about that. Okay. Yeah, as Rez says there, it's all about that. Okay, so we're patrolling around here. Kidobutai is going to be continuing to make their way. I'll have them replenish at sea next turn. They've been moved a little bit further out here, so hopefully that should allow us to deal with that. We'll double check our actual settings here for the carrier aircraft. So, torpedo bombers, let's take a look. Right. So we are low on torpedoes on some actual carriers, but obviously then they'll just use bombs instead. We're not going to be using a whole bunch of actual torpedoes here in this area anyway. Right, on 10% search. They're operating out of their maximum range here. Well, actually they're operating to the maximum range here at the moment. But that's fine. I don't mind using the 250 kilogram bombs instead. That's fine by me. Okay, dive bombers. Yep, 10,000 feet, operating out there to maximum range. Though, to be fair, what I'm going to do here then is actually tell them to reduce their range to 6. So our D3A1 valves are going to be reduced to 6 hexes of range. The reason being, if I operate at 7 hexes, I'm only using the 260 kilogram bombs, which is like, it's not worthwhile. It's 120 kilograms. Obviously, we want to be using the 250 kilogram bomb. Then it's going to reduce the amount of wear and tear of the actual aircraft itself. So they'll operate like so. Okay. No, we don't need to conquer all Australia. I just need specific cities. Oh dear. Right, there we go. To be honest, for the vast, yeah, for can't articulate, but I'm gonna say we're not even that far away from being finished here. It's been a very quick turnover to turn, actually. I mean, if I could get this back to him tonight, then perhaps we could even have another turn for us to chew on rather quickly as well. That'd be fantastic. Okay. Submarine over here. I'd imagine she's in the repair yard. I-124, yep. She should have been leaving. Okay. Oh, I remember why now. Yep, okay. So I was having her set to readiness so she can actually leave to head into Saigon. Right, that makes sense now. 2 destroyers over here have, well, actually, no, they're here to escort the Maya home, aren't they? Oh, she worked up? One day, okay. So we have our additional forces over here at Saipan. Obviously, they're going to be collecting themselves up. So I'll place them under rest. And there we go. Did receive additional forces at Bavaldoab. Additional field AAs have, well, field AA battalions have arrived. Another field AA battalion arrived at Osaka. Naval Guard at Tokyo. Saipan truck at Bavaldoab. Special base force at Yokohama Yokosuka. Need to make use of these guys. They're going to come in handy in the future, to be honest. Okay, so they were from Midway, weren't they? Right, okay. So, it's good to actually have another regiment to play with. I think I do have the other AMC under repair here. Yeah, Aoku Maru. We're looking at 16 days here. Not bad. I think the AMC's been folding in over here, hasn't she? AMC, yeah, the Watermelon. That's fine. Akagi Maru. Yep, she's heading there. Where's the Chichijima Special Base Force? Right, Kiso's over here. Chichijima. Ah, there we go. Kirasuma Maru. Kirasumi. Yeah, she's heading to Noumea there to take the elements of the Chichijima Special Base Force. Fantastic. Right, we're continuing to build up the fortifications here. 25 engineers. Yeah, there we go. That would be the Chichijima Special Base Force then. At least we do have some increased... I mean, it's nice to actually have these 40mm type... sorry, T9... Yeah, well, actually, no, type 91 AA guns. That's awesome. Be able to make use of those. Okay. Yeah, things are going ahead nicely, actually. See, the advantage that we're going to have over the Japanese, obviously, in our own timeline, is the fact that, well, we can change what aircraft we will be using, and we definitely will. I mean, our R&D has been significantly slowed down by the fact of the supply shortage. I mean, this will be rectified. It's going to knock a couple of days off, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. Just a couple of days. We will still have these aircraft earlier. But what we're going to be doing then is, once we do have the A6M30 unlocked, is we're going to immediately... We're not going to be building the A6M30. We're going to skip that and begin researching... Well, obviously begin to develop the A6M50. So obviously what we'll be doing then is bringing the A6750 into the war much sooner than historical, which is going to be quite handy. We will have the Kai-44 Tojo available in not too terribly long, they'll be available soon enough. It'll be ready this year, obviously. We can try and reduce the time, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, the Ki-84 is going to be our main way to win this. N1K1 Georges are very nice, these P1 Y1s are nice, and it's really up to the D4 Y1s. I really want those soon. These D4 Y1 duties are amazing aircraft. Any time that we can shave off their historical arrival day is going to be fantastic. Yep, A7M2 Sam's over here as well. Fantastic. Need to bring that into action. Right, the engine expansion plan continues. Right, you're repairing. Bangkok repair. Looks like you're expanding here as well, actually. Right, repair and marine. Okay, there we go. And... oh, nothing to expand there, that's fine. Not too far off that, is it? Not too far off. You say that, but the Ki-8... sorry, yes, the Ki-84s are actually pretty damn effective aircraft. Let's go ahead and take a look at the database, actually. Alright, Japanese aircraft. Okay. Not that one. There we go. So obviously this is the one we'll be moving to. Obviously then we'll be moving on to a additional model. So yeah, the Ki-84s are quite nice aircraft. Let's take a look. The range isn't exactly fantastic. Maneuverability isn't fantastic, but then again it never is for most aircraft. Armoured, maneuverability 26, okay, durability 30. 392 miles per hour, cruise speed there. Well, obviously that's maximum speed there. Cruise speed is 277. Climb's not bad. Yeah, they're not bad. We'll be looking at the N1K1 George as well as that. N1K1. Where are you? Probably gone past it, haven't I? Yeah, I'm blind here a bit. Ah, there we go. Can't remember which model of George we're going for. But another nice aircraft. Nicely armed as well, decent armament here. The form 20mm cannons will be quite handy. Yeah, we'll have pilots. I mean, that's why we have our training program going on. Obviously, we'll try to avoid as many losses as we possibly can. Oh dear. Oh, you guys are great. I like you too. Okay, these forces moving out. These have just arrived. Actually, no, they're on their way to Kaifeng this time. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Additional divisions have arrived now. Fantastic. Right, let's get them ready to move out. Where are you moving to? You've just arrived as well? Okay, you're going to remain here. 126. Actually, 30th Division. Wuchang, Kankao. Oh, and down here in Malaya. Okay. Whoops, I can't see that comment here. Just refresh the actual page so I can read the comments. There we go, 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. Now I should be able to see everything fine. Right, there we go. Awesome, plenty of artillery as well. This is what we need. I might have you... Well, actually, we'll keep you here in this position for the time being. Okay. So we'll begin the advance on Changsha. Order all units to move alongside. You're going to stay here. You're moving out, okay. Infantry stays here. Engineers moving out, yep. Division's moving out. Yep, the 18th stays. Okay, yep, that's fine by me. Pretty good amount of assault value there. In the field already we do have the 13th Division, the 1st Independent Mixed Brigade, the 8th Independent Engineers, and the 13th Tank Regiment. Not a huge amount of AV, decent amount though. So I'm going to begin to move up here. We might be able to chase them down if we're very lucky. I very much doubt it, but we'll see. Right, you're following the 13th Division, there we go. Okay, 4th Brigade's moving out. Chengchao. Okay, another day of rest. We'll win this city anyhow, he's quitting the city, which works for me. Okay, the APDs run that way. What I'll do here then is actually... have them sent into Pescadores. Yeah, we'll have them sent into Pescadores. And these guys would be fantastic. I mean, these are APD Minikazes. So they're going to have a hell of an escort. Hell of an escort. And of course, these guys are going to carry in their troops as well, so that's going to be quite good. So yeah, we'll have them meet up there. Make use of them. Okay, I'm going to turn off this Noyers. Or can I find some K-47? Sorry, 27s. I'm going to actually... Well, actually, no, I do have some K-27s here. What are they doing? Right, they're training, okay. Escort. What altitude are we flying here? 10,000 feet, okay. Escort to 15,000 feet. Right, there we go. If I lose a few more Sonoyas... What's the terrain out there? Clear terrain still. Actually, I'll have them stood down. I'll have these K-27s actually sweep at 20,000 feet over this target. Okay, there we go. We'll continue to use our ground power while our bombers over here. Okay. There's a lot of supply here. So I'm just waiting on the actual aviation support to arrive here. Escort over Medan. I'll just send the one squadron. They can be stood down to rest. In fairness, I'll have them train on ground attack then. Might as well get them using their noggins there. Okay, they're loading. Now I could wait another day over here at Kagayan. Or it might be just worthwhile to begin the attack now, to be fair. It's that fatigue I'm not too particularly keen on. I'll give him another day to rest. I'm not... Well, then again, they're bombarding me. Okay, we'll go with a deliberate attack this turn. We do have 4 units here at pretty decent value. Most of them do have a little bit of fatigue. Yeah, fatigue's not too terrible. Disruption's not bad at all. It's just a bit of fatigue here. We can go for an attack and then rest and then attack. Right, we have a shot of that with the actual submarines here. Yeah, you're quite low in endurance. I'm not going to have you make any unnecessary movements. Okay then. Make sure you're on the low threat threshold. There we go. Yeah, I think we are good there. To be honest, I think we could potentially just end the turn here. I really don't think there's much else I need to do. I think it's been a very quick turn. Actually, you know what? Over here would be a good one. Yeah, they can continue to patrol there. What I'm going to do then is alter your patrol pattern. You can head north there. So this seems to be an area that's moving through. There we go. Yep, we're on our way back then to lay mines down at Merrick. Good, AA will be here shortly as well. Oh, so we need engineers on site so we can actually deal with this. What are we flying over there then? The 15th Army. The 15th Army is going to be making its way down via rail line. Okay, what am I going to do here then? Actually, I don't think I can even move the 124th, can I? We'll double check. Yeah, I'm hoping I can have them sent to Malacca, sorry, to Kuantan, but I can't do that. Okay. I suppose we'll continue with the 15th Army then. If I can get them down there sooner, that helps me out. So that's fine. We'll continue as we are then. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I do think we are pretty much effectively done here with the turn. I can't see there being much else to do. Everything else is going along as we needed to, really. Engineer regiment needs to be moved out. But they are there to actually help us expand here, so I suppose I'll have to keep them. Other than that, yeah, we are going ahead quite nicely. Just need to get the resources into Japan here. We haven't lost a single convoy asset around here as of yet, so that's good news. And the good thing is, obviously, with the massive expansion of the patrol boats around here, that's going to be very good. Like, obviously, we're going to have a lot more of this area being patrolled now, which is awesome. Very good. Moonlight is down to 7% here, so obviously submarines aren't exactly in their heyday at the moment. Okay, so this division's right back over here. What I'm going to do then is take this unit. Everything's going to move to Wuchang, barring that division. So that regiment. So alter this operation mode, alter follow. Barring you. You stay here. Now, in fact, I'm going to leave behind this road construction unit. They need to stay here to actually help build up this actual base with additional fortifications. Everything else can move. These men are moving back. Move over there to take control of that base. Okay, I'm going to have you send to Harbin to actually reform that division. Which one's Harbin again? It's around here somewhere. Ah, there we go, Harbin. Okay, have them sent over there. So, we're looking for the 28th Regiment. Yep, there we go. Can have these coastal guns moved out in the future. How many engineers do we have here? Yeah, 445, 22 vehicles. No wonder we're expanding this pretty quickly. Okay. Right, and I'm happy with that, but I hope you guys are as well. I'd like to say thank you so very much for watching here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have enjoyed this, please do consider becoming a patron. And of course, It's going to be a very exciting turn to come, really. We've got a lot of things undergoing. I mean, this is it. Obviously, it would have been nice to have been thinking, okay, we're going to land at Lafo next turn, but I don't mind a little bit of caution just to make sure everything goes ahead correctly. We are going to be looking to arrive in position off the coast of Australia next turn, so we'll be within striking distance. I'm going to have them basically continue on looking across the waters here. They're going to be on naval attack once they arrive there. So, ideally, everything goes ahead correctly, as it should do. Yeah. Clear the waters of anything he sends here to oppose us, and then we'll be good to go. Obviously, then we'll be moving up the coastline, meeting our oilers. These forces are going to be assembling over here. Luganville's going to be emptied for the most part. I mean, we do have mines here, so obviously if he does attempt to raid it, we'll be good to go. I do have additional submarines over here, so what I'm going to do is split them up. So I-172 and I-173. Apt that they both arrive at the same time. Okay, move around here. Right, move in there. Okay, there we go. So I'd like to say thank you, and goodbye for now, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening and or day. See you again in the future. Goodbye for now.